What is up, everyone, and welcome to the mini cut vlog day 3, the last day of the Job of the Hut angle, because I did actually order a phone mount for my car. So the double chin, I gotta hide it here with my hood. Well, not the hood, the jacket kind of, I guess, turtleneck thing. But yeah, I woke up at 201.8 this morning. It is January 3rd, so obviously the lowest of the cut so far. Which is what, 3.5 pounds down from what I started at, maybe, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, give or take. But obviously, that's just water weight, right? It's not fat, it's not muscle. When you start a cut, obviously your carbs. Oh, can I go? I think this guy's coming, but I gotta go quick. Yeah, obviously when you start a cut, your carbs are gonna significantly decrease. So when you eat less carbs, you're going to lose a lot of water. Why? Because carbs are basically like sponges. They're little sponges in your body. They attach to water molecules. So when you consume less of them, you're obviously going to have less water in your body. More of that water is going to get flushed out because they've got nothing to attach to, right? Those carbs are gone. So, you're not losing muscle, you're not losing fat. It's just because you're eating less calories, because you're eating less carbs, you're going to lose weight. So obviously that water in your body has a weight, right? It is, a substance in your body. So, I mean, it piles up and it has weight. So when you lose water, you lose weight. So that's what's happening at the start of my cut. I expect to lose maybe 7 or 8 pounds in the first week. So I'm losing like literally a pound a day, and I'm still eating like 2,500 calories. I'll probably do like a full day of eating at some point during this kind of vlog series. Is my hood covering the double chin? I gotta make sure. But yeah, so the water weight is obviously an important factor in weight loss, but it's, you're not losing fat, you're not losing muscle. It's not like I've lost 3 pounds of fat. Doing that in 3 days is physically impossible. So yeah, although losing water is obviously a good thing, because water weight is obviously makes you look a little chunky. We're behind a school bus now. I forgot actually that kids are still in school. It's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, so today is a pull day, and it's actually my favorite workout of the training cycle. Out of all 6 of my workouts, pull A is my favorite. It's a short workout. I believe there's only 5 exercises, so it's a relatively short workout, but 2 of my favorite exercises, the preacher curl and the T-bar row, are both in today's session, which is a good thing because those are actually goated machines. But yeah, we've got that today. I actually have my pre-workout that I totally forgot about that I actually need to start drinking. It's the Orange Paradise. We're just going to stick with that for the mini cut. The Rocket Pop I'm not really a huge fan of, and the only other flavor I have is Orange Paradise, so we're going to stick with that. I'm going to keep this intro nice and short today because yesterday's leg session ended up being, 26 minutes long. That video is actually posted right now. It's 2:38 p.m. as I'm heading to the gym. A quick workout today, maybe only an hour 20, an hour and a half for those 5 exercises. So yeah, we'll sip on this pre-workout, we'll finish it, and I'll see you in the gym. Also, for those of you who are curious, this is the car setup that we've got going on here. Yeah, this is the Spider-Man car mount. The infamous Spider-Man car mount. That's an absolute piece of junk. It just wiggles around everywhere, but do not worry, folks, it is getting replaced. But yeah, we are at the gym. That is not the gym, that is the grass. But yeah, let's get in the gym. So we are back with another voiceover, and judging from the comments on my previous 2 videos now, my leg day and my push day, I think I'm going to keep these voiceovers even when I get a mic, and I'll probably just use the mic to, I guess, show my grunting instead of actually explaining what I'm doing in the gym, just because I think the fitness industry is a little bit oversaturated with that style of video. Obviously, Sam Sulik owns the kind of vlog style videos with him working out. Plus, I do pretty much the same workouts, on rotation every 8 days. So me kind of explaining that, every single time, I think is kind of unnecessary. So what I'm going to do is during these voiceover sections, I want you guys to comment what you want me to answer. So like, you know, some fitness topics, some questions that you have, and some stuff that you want me to talk about in these voiceover sections, so that I can, you know, make these videos educational as well as, you know, entertaining, showing my sets, instead of just, you know, you saying, all right, here's what I do, you know, this is my workout, and you know, I can actually answer some questions and make these a little bit more educational. So I've picked out 2 questions that I got on my last 2 videos, and you know, I'm going to talk about them in the next, I guess, 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. So first question we've got is from Bombi. He says, is it necessary to do warm-up sets before almost every exercise? I usually just warm up in the beginning. Love your content, by the way. Thank you, Bombi, for that that kind message. And yes, it is obviously necessary to warm up, but during every exercise, it kind of depends, right? Everyone knows that when you warm up, obviously your goal is to elevate your body temperature so that you can get some blood flow into the muscles, so you're not just going in raw into your workout, right? Obviously, you don't want to deadlift 405 pounds the second you walk into the gym, because that's where injuries occur. You know, your muscles aren't loose. Your muscles are obviously, you know, stiff if you don't loosen them up. So that is the essence of warming up before a workout. However, when it comes to warming up before every exercise, it's kind of personal preference, right? So what I like to do is, you know, in the beginning of my workout, in order to, you know, get some blood flow into the muscle, I'll do some dynamic stretching. Whether or not you want to, you know, step on a treadmill, do some walking, do anything that increases your heart rate. The point of that is when you increase your heart rate, you know, that's where blood flow is increased, right? And that's where, you know, you loosen up the muscle. So whether or not you spend 5 minutes on dynamic stretching or 5 minutes on a Stairmaster or something, I mean, that's totally up to you. Although I would recommend doing something just to get your muscles loose. And then on your first exercise of the day, that's probably when you're going to need the most warm-up sets, just because, you know, your muscle hasn't been trained yet. So on this exercise, or on this session, this pull session, I did 3 back exercises, as you will see. The first exercise, I did 3 warm-up sets. So, you know, I kept it nice and short, you know, 4 reps maximum, and, you know, the reps kind of slowly tapered down as my weight increased, kind of like a pyramid set. And then my second exercise, this lat pull down that you'll see, I only did 1 warm-up set, mainly just because, you know, my back, my lats, my traps, they were already warm from the first exercise, that I didn't really necessarily need that, you know, those extra warm-up sets. But in terms of how your warm-up sets should be structured, I recommend doing no more than 5 reps. You know, you see a lot of people, you know, throw on tons of, you know, low weight, high reps. You know, that's just increasing fatigue, right? You don't want to increase fatigue and make your sets less productive. You want to just loosen up the muscles and almost get used to that weight, right? It's almost a mindset thing. You know, obviously, you know, if you walk into the gym, you know, you're not going to be able to, you know, perform at your best. You're not going to be able to use your heaviest weight right away. So, it's important to use, you know, a lighter weight. You know, even if you're doing 1 warm-up set, you want to use a lighter weight just so that your mind can kind of get ready for that heaviest set, instead of just going into your next set and, you know, doing your heaviest weight. It's obviously, you know, it's not great for the muscle. It can increase injury, and also just as a mindset kind of thing. That's why I do, you know, with this last exercise, you know, I even did a warm-up set on my 3rd back exercise, although it's probably not super necessary, but just instead of, you know, walking over to that machine and just hitting my heaviest, my top weight, I want to do at least 1 warm-up set just to kind of get the feeling of the motion and kind of think of it like that way. So although it's not necessary to do a warm-up set on, you know, before every exercise, it kind of just depends on how many, you know, sets you did for that muscle group, whether or not it's actually warm, and, you know, whether or not you can kind of get used to that weight right away. So if you know, if I'm doing something really light like a chest fly and it's my last chest exercise of the day, at that point, you know, my chest is already so warm that it's probably not necessary to do a warm-up set. But, you know, if I'm full stacking a lat machine, then I'm probably going to want at least 1 warm-up set just to kind of get my mind ready for that weight, and to make sure that, you know, I'm ready for that motion. So yeah, that's what I would say for warming up. You know, keep it short. Only, you know, 1 minute of rest in between your warm-up sets is fine. Keep the reps nice and low so that you're not, you know, including a lot of fatigue that impacts your sets. And yeah, that's pretty much it for warming up. Next question we got from Tim L. Is it better to reduce the weight on each set rather than maintaining the same weight? So When it comes to choosing a weight for each exercise, obviously you want to choose a weight that will allow you to stay in your desired rep range for that day. So let's say I'm trying to do 6 to 8 reps. I pretty much stick with that rep range on every single exercise. You know, if I only get 6 reps on my first set, well, what does that tell me? It tells me that my second set, I probably won't get 6 reps, right? Because, you know, as you lift weight, you know, as you train a muscle, that muscle obviously builds up fatigue. And if you're training correctly, your first set is always going to be better than your second set because that's when the muscle is the most fresh, right? If I get 6 reps of bicep curls on my first set and I keep the weight the same and I get 8 reps on my second set, what does that tell me? Well, it tells me that, you know, my first set probably wasn't that productive, right? If I was able to get 2 additional reps after my biceps were already trained, you know, to failure on the first rep, then, you know, something is probably not right. Something is going wrong with that first set because your warm-up sets should be what, you know, obviously gets your muscle nice and fresh. And if you're increasing your reps while keeping the weight the same, then something is wrong, right? Ideally, when you train, you want to stay within your desired rep range. So obviously, if I'm getting 6 reps on the first set, then I probably, in order to get, you know, stay within that rep range, within that 6 to 8 rep range, I'm probably going to need to reduce the weight either by 5 pounds, 10 pounds, just to make sure that I'm staying within that rep range. I've repeated that, you know, numerous times. Apologies for that. But yeah, obviously it kind of just depends on how many reps you get the first time and how much weight you're using. So, you know, if I'm using 150 pounds on a bicep curl and I can only get 6 reps, then, you know, maybe I'll use 140 pounds on my next and I'll, you know, either get 6 reps, 7 reps, or, you know, whatever it is. But judging from, you know, my first set, that's, you know, kind of when I make the decision whether or not to drop the weight or increase the weight. And when it comes to progressing, you want to look at each set individually, right? So, you know, on the next workout, I'll look at my first set. Okay, what weight did I use? How many reps did I do? And that's, you know, kind of what I'll aim for my next workout. And then, you know, I'll look at my second set and I'll kind of judge it from there between workout to workout, right? You want to take one set at a time and look at it individually as opposed to just trying to progress. You know, let's say, oh, I want to progress my bicep curls. You know, don't progress everything at once. Don't look at, say, like, okay, I did this for, you know, 2 sets, so I need to progress on both. No, just look at one set at a time. You know, what did you do for your first set? Do that for your first set. Next workout, what did you do for your second set? Do that for your next set. Second workout, you know, whether or not you increase reps, kind of look at it like that and take it one step at a time and nice and slow. So yeah, that is it for the talking points of this video. I hope you guys learned something, and if there is anything that you want me to talk about, feel free to leave a comment down below. And I guess let's just admire the posing that is going down in this video. Some nice 3/4 back pose, just some back shots, obviously. Well, not back shots, but yeah, you know what I mean. Some front shot here of a lat spread, and yeah, man, I'm out of breath. It's hot in my room right now. I should have opened a window right here. I've got too many lights on. I'm actually boiling. I am baking right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the voiceover. All right, and the cardio is done. The workout is complete. I just did 10 minutes of Stairmaster as per usual for my upper body days. Although today was a lot easier than the first time, just because I kind of knew what to expect. So, although Stairmaster is very difficult, I did the 10 minutes on 5 speed, which, you know, is pretty moderate pace. It's nothing. It's probably like 1 step per second, maybe even slower than that. But that fucking thing is hard, especially when you don't grab onto the handles. But yeah, got a rest day tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I'm absolutely gassed. So I guess let's get home. Now, the mic is coming in on tomorrow. So by the time I record my next workout, which is a push day, I will have my mic, which is good because I know a lot of you guys want to see the mic'd up workouts. So that should be good. Yeah, let's head on out of here without hitting this car. But yeah, calories are roughly 2,500, as I said, although I don't actually track my calories. I've never been one to track just because I eat pretty much the same thing every day. So, I mean, if you know what you're eating, it doesn't really matter. I mean, the amount matters, but it's like, I mean, if you're eating the same thing every day, you know, as long as you're losing weight, right? Then it doesn't really matter. But I should probably see how many, roughly, I have, I think 4 meals per day, maybe 5 meals, roughly 500 calories each. So that's kind of where I get that estimate, but I should probably track it. But yeah, I might talk about it in the voiceover. If not, I should be training abs on pull days, except with my low back, I kind of don't like that crunching motion right now. So I'm just playing it safe. But because my pull days are so short, I only do 5 exercises that I would usually throw an ab exercise in at the end, like just a cable crunch kind of thing, just to make sure I'm getting my ab training in. Although, you know, with abs, it's not like super necessary to train, you know, every single day. Well, I mean, not that I would ever train it every day, but it's like you don't even really need to train them at all, especially on a bulk. Maybe, you know, if you're super lean and you want to see your abs, maybe it's worth it to train. If you really want to grow them, I guess, you know, bulking, you know, would help with muscle growth, just because abs are just like any other muscle. But I feel like abs are so easy to maintain that it's like, it's not even necessary to train them directly, in my opinion. But what I usually do was just, you know, 1 set of cable crunches at the end of my pull day for 2 sets a week, and that I would call that ab training. But right now I'm not even doing anything for them. I honestly couldn't care less. So yeah, that's what my pull days are looking like. Just, you know, very simple back workout, a rear delt movement, and a bicep movement, and that's it. Ever since I started training biceps with partials, as you can see on that last set, I don't do another bicep exercise. So I only do 1 bicep exercise for the day. It's pretty much always just preacher curls. I don't even do like dumbbell curls anymore, or hammer curls for that matter. I don't even do those anymore. It's just basically preacher curls, just because I love that machine. But it might be worth it to start doing some hammer curls again, because it is probably worth it for the brachialis. However, I guess I'm just kind of a little bit lazy. But it is what it is. This is the longest light ever. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for the workout. In the voiceover, I'll probably, you know, answer some questions that you guys left on the previous video, on the leg day video. Am I like, is this light like a sensor that I'm not on or something? This is actually the longest light ever. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Hope you guys are enjoying the vlogs, and yeah, I'll see you.